Rugrats was one of the most popular cartoons of the 90s. If you were a kid in the 90s, chances are you knew who the Rugrats were. It was considered Nickelodeon's most successful franchise. And of course, Nick wouldn't be the same after the cancellation of Rugrats. The premise of the show follows the lives of babies Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil, and how they view the world around them, taking their everyday lives and turning them into adventures in the baby's imagination. It was a very creative setup. My favorite characters are your favorite characters. I love the babies, the adults are pretty fun, but the one character everyone remembers is Angelica. I love how much of a brat she is and doesn't care as long as she gets her way. The show is produced by Klasky Schupo, the studio famous for other Nicktoons like Our Real Monsters, Rocket Power, and The Wild Thornberrys. But needless to say, this was their masterpiece. One thing I liked about this show was this laid-back tone it had. It was very different from the other Nicktoons that were airing at the time. On top of that, I loved how the show attracted kids and adults, as could appeal to both audiences. Kids can enjoy the characters and the adventures, and the adults can enjoy the pop culture references and some of the subtle adult jokes. But it does drive me nuts when people call Rugrats a baby show. While it does have babies in it, it's obvious it was made for your entire family if you watched it. Rugrats was very big at the time. Being Nick's most biggest show, it had a huge fan base. There were lots of merchandise, specials, and even some theatrical films. In fact, Rugrats were the face of Nickelodeon until this guy came around. But to be fair, while Nick did milk Rugrats, they didn't milk them as much as they did do SpongeBob now. Later seasons introduced new characters like Baby Dill, Tommy's baby brother. And to be honest, I'm one of the few people that didn't mind him. I mean, yeah, he was annoying and whiny, but he was an infant. And he didn't ruin the show, at least for me. There was also Kimmy, Chucky's stepsister, introducing Rugrats to Paris. Now, she was annoying. I guess she was the female equivalent to Tommy, but that's it. There's nothing else to her. Plus, her character was very bland and very uninteresting. Also around this time, they were adding more and more new characters that were very pointless and didn't add anything new to the show. Sadly, the Rugrats ended in 2004, but at the rate they were going, it was probably the best. But what really surprised me was why it was canceled. Besides declining ratings, the real reason Rugrats was canceled was because Nick wanted to focus more and more on SpongeBob. And the way Nick treats SpongeBob now, it wouldn't surprise me. But hey, at least Rugrats gained a spinoff that was, yeah. So to wrap it up, Rugrats was a very big show and for a good reason. It was fun, it was funny, it was charming, and it defined a generation. While it is over, I would definitely like to see it return.